zero cost staff recruitment. So before we dive into the training, here's a question for you. What system do you have in place right now? What system do you have in place to recruit new staff members? What's that system? What is it? Have you even got courses in place? Have you got dates set down on the calendar so everybody knows when these particular courses will be taking place, when these opportunities will arise for these students who have an interest to become potential instructors at your school? Have an exact date in mind. And do the students know about them? Are they readily available? Are they visible in your martial arts school? If you've been using our system at all, you will realise that we have an attendance card. And on the attendance card, we actually already have documented exactly when those next training dates are. Every assistant instructor course, AI as we call it, should be on that card. Every CIT training should be on that card. So the student and of course the instructors know exactly when those events are coming up. And lastly, do you promote this in the classroom? Are you talking about becoming assistant instructors? Are you talking about the CIT program in the lesson? Are you reminding the students that the next event is coming up and it's imminent? Are you planting the seeds when they enroll? Once again, if you're using our presentation, which I've given away a gazillion times, so if you do need it, please email me at masterchilds@gmail.com. But on the actual presentation we use, in which you enroll somebody into a basic program, it actually begins to plant the seeds for both the leadership and the CIT program. When they upgrade to basic, they get introduced to leadership. When you upgrade to leadership, they get introduced to CIT. It's really that simple. And you use exactly the same formula that you do to upgrade them into leadership that you do for into CIT. So let's go through a step-by-step process of what needs to happen to start recruiting new people to work for you at your school that pay you, because you don't want free help. Free unpaid help is the worst kind of help you can ever get. Let me add that. There's one more. Free unpaid untrained help is the worst kind of help you can ever get. Here's the best kind. Help that pays you that is trained. I'll say it again. Help that pays you that is trained. That's the best kind of help you can ever have. Why? Because they have a financial investment into your school. It's even better, I believe, than the people who are on your payroll. Because these people are normally super enthusiastic about your business, which is exactly what you need. Remember, as the corny saying goes, enthusiasm is caught, it's not taught. So you want to make sure that you have very enthusiastic people in your martial arts school. You need to schedule these assistant instructor courses at least 4 times a year. And you need to charge for these courses. Charge anywhere between $199 to even $1,000. In fact, I used to have one of my colleagues, one of my clients, I gave the exactly same assistant instructor course to this person. I was charging $199 for. He turned around, took the course, changed the front page and the back page, and charged $3,000, actually pounds, for the program. It's about $5,000, just so you get your head around that. It's exactly the same course. He decided just to place a higher value on that course. So what are you teaching when they come to this course? What's important? Well, you have to remember, when people are coming or looking to get involved in your martial arts business, the only thing they see on the outside is you teaching class. So guess what? That's what they want to know. They want to know how to meet and greet people. That's what you've got to teach them. You've got to teach them the importance of having the right attitude, and you've got to teach them how to teach a basic warm-up. Now, this formula is tried and tested. I've used this formula a gazillion times for over 5 or 6 years, 4 times a year at least. It's been also taught in hundreds of other successful martial arts schools as a great formula for you to introduce people into the CIT program. Quite frankly, what the assistant instructor course is a pitch. It's an introduction into CIT. That's exactly what it is, with real value attached. Now, the importance of running these assistant instructor courses are tenfold. First of all, you're going to have students who you first discover that are interested in teaching, because you may not have discovered them until this point. Number 2 is you can generate an extra couple of $1,000 to $10,000 when you run these programs. Third, well, you're going to have a league of people who you have their attention. You have a whole day, a 6-hour day, to convince them that teaching the martial arts is fun, teaching the martial arts can be lucrative, teaching the martial arts is really the best way even to learn the martial arts. So let's talk about the format. What exactly should you be teaching? Now, my format that I used to run was between 10 a.m. in the morning and approximately 5 p.m. in the afternoon. We'd have small breaks every 45 minutes to an hour, and we would have a 1-hour lunch break. So in the first hour we talk about, it'd be more of a classroom session. We talk about having the right attitude. Second hour we'd go over the meet and greet, and this would involve role play. I'd physically have them meet and greeting each other or pretending that new people were coming into the studio. Next, I'd be talking about teaching points. In hour number 3, I'd be covering the teaching points: where to stand, how to speak, voice inflection, body language, your physiology, using your body to communicate effectively with people, ensuring that you can have the customer touch points at least 3 times in each and every class. Fourth hour, we go into solid role play. So we'd have the students start role playing this whole thing from the meet and greet, going over how they bring them onto the classroom, how they collect the attendance cards, how they bow in, how they bow to the flags, if that's what you do. Next, I'd have them demonstrating their skills. So I'd have them actually demonstrating with half the class they'd be teaching, the other half would be almost critiquing and giving them what's called constructive criticism. In other words, nothing negative. Let me say that again. Constructive criticism. Translation, nothing negative whatsoever. They can only comment on positive things that they saw that person do. And lastly, for the 6th hour, I would present them or give them a presentation about what CIT is really all about, what it involves, their level of commitment, their financial responsibilities, their physical responsibilities, what we'd be expecting of them, the do's and don'ts. Basically, everything, and again, it's laid out in a small presentation that you can get from us for free at the MA Success Guide. It's masterchilds at gmail.com is the best place to email me to see if you can get this presentation. And again, it's all laid out for you. Let me recap. We spoke about clearing out the rubbish, clearing out your mind, clearing out the physical things, the things that you have cluttered up in your mind, and of course even the people. We also spoke about zero cost recruitment, teaching you how to have your students pay you to teach them how to teach, and when to run these seminars, approximately 4 times a year, how to run them, 5 to 6 hours each course, how much to charge, somewhere between $199 and $1,000 I think is adequate and is necessary. Incidentally, please don't run these seminars for free, folks. You can't start to program your students into thinking that this program doesn't have any real value. It has very, very real value. So all you need now to do is to write yourself a little assistant instructor's course. Well, here it is. You want a copy of my CIT program, a copy of my assistant instructor course? Well, guess what? It's all available to you in the Survive and Thrive program. Yeah, a shameless pitch once again. No, it's not. You got some real information here, folks. By all means, you can design your own assistant instructor program. What we do provide you with the Survive and Thrive is a great outline. Some people just literally change the text, copy and paste, and they have it done. For others, they can rewrite the whole program just using our format as a guide for them. And listen, whatever your choice and whatever you decide to do is entirely up to you. But let me assure you of one thing. Without having an ample bench strength in your martial arts school, you are destined for failure. Without having somebody who can cover classes if you get sick or you get ill, or somebody who can deal with a new person that enters your martial arts school so they're greeted properly, it's even more impressive when they're not staff members, when the average student who looks like an average student is meeting and greeting them professionally, is saying, yes, Master Charles will be with you in just a moment, he's held up with another appointment, just please take a seat and he'll be with you in just a few moments. Is there anything I can get you? You know, all those things add to the level of quality that you want to be projecting in your martial arts school. Remember, to be a successful school owner, you can't be charging $59, $69, $89, even $99 a month. Realistically, you have to be $100 plus, and you have to ask for big money and have big programs. You have to have something that differentiates you between every other martial arts school owner on the planet out there. And listen, why do you think so many schools are closing? I'll tell you why they're closing. Because for most part, most of them had no business even being in business. And this is what's going to separate you from the rest of the pack. So don't reinvent the wheel. Learn from the people who've made hundreds of thousands, in fact tens of millions of dollars for our clients using these systems. Next week, what we're going to be talking about, we're up to week 22, just 4 weeks left to the middle of the year. So I'm going to tell you how to put the assistant instructor and CITs to work, how to set up the recruitment rewards for these people, the next step, and of course I'm going to be talking about hiring and firing. The biggest challenges you'll ever have in your martial arts school will not come from the students. It will be coming from your staff, and you can think of almost every possible scenario, and I've pretty much been through it, having employed personally over 100 people to teach martial arts for me in the past, and dealt with well over 1,000 schools who are hiring and firing staff on a daily basis. That's what's coming up next week. Once again, as always, this is Leigh Childs, the Martial Arts Success Guy, sincerely wishing you every success with your martial arts business, and looking forward to seeing you at the same time next week. Good luck. God bless.